So on the docket, I mean, there's not a lot of topics to cover this week, but there is one topic that has a lot of things that that are to be discussed, and that is the Prince Panther 10K drop. I was saying before, and a lot of people agree that this was basically our Evo replacement. All the killers were there. Anyone who could have been considered in the running for being the Evo winner was in that tournament. So I feel like even though we didn't get Evo, like people got to see some of the matches that they wanted to see. They saw some of the drama and upsets that they wanted to see. They got to see a lot of the top players that they wanted to see. Unfortunately, they didn't get to
Not everyone's
see,
best performance.
Yeah, they didn't get to see the tournament that they were kind of hoping for, and there's a lot of reasons for that. And none of those reasons, in my opinion, are Prince Panther's fault. So before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out and a lot of love to Prince Panther for putting that whole thing together and making sure it all just kind of went down to the best of his ability. He got the best commentators that he thought he could find. He got the best players he thought he could find. He spent all of his own personal money. And people don't know, like, Prince Panther doesn't get anything from these. Like, he's legit a prince. He doesn't need clout. He's legit rich. He doesn't need money. He does this because he loves Mortal Kombat and he loves the Mortal Kombat community and just wants to give back and have a good time. And so, you know, I have to take my hat off to him because he's doing what no one else can, and I don't know that everybody appreciates it.
I'll tip my afro to him.
Right? Tip of the afro. Any opening opinions on that there, Creative? Anything you want to share as an opener?
Well, going off of what you said, it's like how Prince Panther really has nothing to gain from it. It's just like I don't feel like we don't really get a lot of that. It's most of the time people usually have some form of personal gain for it that they want, which isn't really bad per se. But like Prince Panther is one of the few that's given so much in so little time, and then, like he's actually done a lot for the community, and it's just really good to see.
It's funny because I remember years ago, I'm talking like 10 years ago, when the FGC was still kind of like a bunch of sweaty dudes in a basement having locals on a fucking PS2, you know, when there was like nothing. And some people used to dream like, man, like what our scene needs is someone that's really, really rich that really loves fighting games to like really get this thing off the ground. And now we finally have it. And I feel like people aren't appreciating it. I think it's mostly because the people that were active back then aren't as active now, and the people that are more active today are active in a world where esports was and is the thing. So their expectations are higher. So people like me are just grateful, like, hey, I'm just glad a new person wants to get into fighting games. Like, I don't even care that he has the resources to do this, that, and the other. I'm just glad that there's someone that wants to play games. And a lot of people don't really appreciate that. And that's why you see a lot of the drama, you know, with people, kind of giving Prince Panther a hard time. And I'm like, dude, you guys need to mellow out because he has every right to leave whenever he wants. And
yeah, that's true. He does.
like, if you guys keep fucking with him, giving him drama on Twitter, talking shit, DDoSing his tournaments, like, he's going to be gone, and then we won't have that, and there's nothing we can do about that.
Yeah, especially with the DDoSing thing, like, especially since, like, the person getting DDoS was obviously Verk, but, like, whoever it was, couldn't they have just waited until after the tournament or something? Because then they not only messed it up for Verk, but then they messed it up for all the people watching, Prince Panther. It's just, like, it's already fucked up enough doing it to one person, let alone like literally hundreds. So
yeah,
just fuck.
And there was no reason for it. Like, there was no need. It's not like I don't know if someone has some kind of vendetta against Prince Panther or somebody. Like, it looked like they specifically targeted Verk. So like maybe he teabagged someone online or something. But when you do something like that, okay, you can have a quick 5 second laugh, but I mean you're really just ruining everything for everybody.
Yeah, and then when they do it multiple times, which just even like twice as annoying.
Well, the problem is that they can get away with it. There's really, because a lot of people are like, what can we do about this? And it's like, well, what can be done? I know it's illegal. He could
Yeah,
do jail time, but we don't know who it was. It's not like you can protect your, like, maybe stream from a VPN and everybody play from a VPN. I mean, that's
yeah,
really about all that could be done, short of like finding the guy and reporting them. But you're never gonna find them and report them. Um,
yeah,
so so what can be done? This is why I've said time and time again that online tournaments don't carry any weight. I've gotten a lot of flack for this. I've gotten a lot of beef. People are saying I'm downplaying someone's accomplishments. I'm shitting on this and that, and I'm like, dude, that stuff doesn't happen offline. You can't DDoS Combo Breaker. Like you could DDoS the stream, but Combo Breaker will still happen. Those wins will still count. Right now, all those wins, they have an asterisk. They've got asterisks. It's
yeah.
a
That's
fucking
true.
shame. It's a fucking shame, and it's infuriating because
Well, actually, now that I think about it, people can actually fuck you up at a at an offline too. Because I know I've seen it a few times where somebody else turns on a controller in the middle of a match.
yeah, but usually that's an accident, and when people do that, they risk getting DQ'd. So I mean,
Yeah,
there are
there's actually
consequences for it.
repercussions to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it doesn't. It happens, but usually it's an accident, and when it does happen, it's dealt with, and the match can always be restarted.
yeah.
With
DDoSing, it just messes up everything.
I mean, when someone gets DDoS, that's like a good 10 to 20 minutes before they get back online and are able to continue, and so it
Yeah,
really throws off everything. You think about with the DDoSing issues, how many matches happened off stream that could have been streamed that would have been high. Nobody
yeah,
saw Sonic Fox get eliminated because of the time crunch, because of the DDoS issues. They would have probably streamed
yeah.
that
That's
match,
true.
and now we're sitting here like, okay, because Sonic Fox kind of phoned it in for the match with Koizi. Did he phone it in against Gambler? Is Gambler's win a legit win, or did Sonic Fox kind of throw in the towel and give up? We don't know. Match wasn't streamed. Why? Probably didn't have time to stream all the matches. Why? Because we were dealing with DDoS shit. Like, it seems like people
Yeah,
just go out of their way. They just want, you know, you hear it all the time. Mortal Kombat's dead. This is a dying game. Like, my channel is, not as big as it once was. Everybody's channels are kind of like not doing as well as they once did. The player base is not there. It takes longer to find matches. But it's like, is Mortal Kombat really dead, or are people going out of their way to fucking kill it? Because DDoSing a
yeah. I
good
think it's a little
tournament,
bit of both.
yeah, like DDoSing a tournament is absolutely a way to kill Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, and it's
So,
quick too.
yeah, so I mean, is the game dead, or are we killing it? I don't think that the game is dead. There were 2,000 people watching Prince Panther's tournament.
Yep.
So 2,000 people at least wanted to see the best of the best compete in the most optimal situation we could muster in this time of crisis. And that's not insignificant. Like, there are a lot of tournaments that wish they could pull 2,000 viewers. So the game's not dead. The community's not dead, but we're certainly doing what we can to fucking kill it. Or at least a couple of bad actors are trying to
Yeah,
kill it.
because there's definitely like, yeah, fuck it. There's been a lot of like negative shit going on with the community lately, and then tournaments getting DDoSed left and right. It definitely doesn't help. Like
It's
big streamers and tournament organizers, they're all getting hit, and it's it's really not helping whatsoever.
Well, everybody's
Yeah,
getting hit. I mean, I would
yeah.
hardly consider myself a big streamer, and I've been DDoSed 2 or 3 times. So it's not
What the hell?
it's not just a big streamer thing. It's for everybody. Like, it's just an epidemic, and I mean, at the end of the day, what the fuck do you people want? I mean, the MK11 scene is fine operating in a vacuum. We didn't need Evo. We didn't need anything else. We kind of did our own thing on our own, by ourselves, to ourselves, for ourselves. So why are people trying to sabotage it? If you don't like us, just go. I don't see why and what they have to gain.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, it honestly doesn't make any sense because it's not like there's some people going out of their way from another community to make us look bad. It's literally our own community, and it's always people within the community, and it's always repeatedly going on.
Yeah, and our community doesn't do a whole lot to fucking. There's just our community sucks. Let's be honest, right? It fucking sucks.
Yeah,
There's some cool people, obviously. There's some great people. There's people
there's
that I
definitely some
consider.
assholes.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you go and you have DDoSing. You go on any kind of social media, and it's just a bunch of fucking drama. People
Yep.
are arguing, and everybody's getting canceled. And it's like, okay, yeah, let's go and cancel Sykander because he said some stupid shit, rather than pool our resources and find out who fucked up our Prince Panther tournament. Like, everybody has so much angry energy that they want to use to do something to make the world a better place, but they're not actually doing anything. I'm sure if the MK community busted its ass and refocused its energy, we could find out who did this and we could do something to stop it. But instead,
Yeah.
we want to cancel somebody because they said some words that we don't like. And
Yeah, I
it's
still
like,
haven't really seen anything with that yet.
yeah, where's the passion
I
for
don't
the
know.
game
I don't
now?
really care.
Well, it's because doing that helps everybody. It doesn't help anybody, right? Going after and everybody working
Yeah.
together to collectively find this guy helps the whole community. But sitting there and saying a bunch of fucking, oh, this guy is anti-trans or this guy doesn't believe in Black Lives Matter, like, that doesn't help everybody. That helps the person that's canceling them. You know, if I go and make
Yeah.
an expose and, oh yeah, creative royalty, he doesn't like Black Lives Matter, then I get the clout and I get the retweets and I get all of the glory. Oh yeah, you got creative royalty, that racist bastard canceled, you know? And
Yeah.
but that doesn't help the community. That would only help me, and I've said it before. I've said it a
Yeah.
1,000 times.
It's just
Everybody
kind of
hears
like
out for
people are
themselves.
just looking for any reason to be mad, it seems.
It's not
And
even to
then
be
at the end of the
mad.
day, everybody's gonna say like, "Oh, why don't we just keep it in the game?" While at the same time, nobody keeps it in the game whatsoever.
I don't even think about it as everybody being mad. I think about it as everybody being out for themselves because, again, doing good things for the community doesn't help any individual. It helps
You know what?
everybody.
You're right. It is also people just kind of doing it for themselves. That does make sense too. I can
Because
kind of see where you're coming from.
what does canceling X, Y, and Z player do for the community? It does nothing. Like, if you don't like them and you don't like what they say, don't watch their streams and don't play with them, and then they don't exist. But
Yeah, I
going
mean,
out of your
I
way,
definitely feel like if it's like in terms of like something that's bigger, like some of the things we've seen in the past, then sometimes that's all right. But when it comes down to like minor things, like what people just do like while they're streaming or whatever, does it really matter?
yeah, and I
Like,
feel like there's bigger
just
fish
don't
to
watch the
fry.
person. Yeah.
People need to stop chasing the cancel clout and start putting that energy towards doing stuff. Like, fuck, man, I try to get these guides and tutorials out as quick as possible, but I mean, I only have so many hours in the day to do it, and
Yeah.
like, nobody is doing any of this shit. People go and they look at my video and they comment and they're like, wow, I've never seen a guide on neutral. I didn't understand any of these concepts. And it's like, fuck, like, why am I I just tell jokes and fucking teabag people. Why am I the fucking hero that's giving the community what it needs? Like, I just want to be a clown. And yet I'm the one doing all this stuff and the community's just not doing anything. Everybody is just chasing their own fortunes, and it's a goddamn shame, and that's been a stigma that the community's had forever. And it's like, thank God we've got Prince Panther, thank God we've got somebody, Evo's gone. Every other tournament's canceled. Thank God we got somebody that will go out of their way. I mean, he organizes all of this shit, dude. He reaches out to everybody. He busts his ass. People don't
Just for
appreciate it.
someone to be like, haha, DDoS.
Yeah. And I don't understand it. You don't see this in Tekken. You don't see this. I mean, there's drama in Tekken. There's drama in Guilty Gear. But I don't see anybody DDoSing big Tekken tournaments.
Yeah. It's just petty. Like,
Yeah, and it's very very frustrating because we've finally got something. We finally got the dream, you know? We finally got some dude with a whole bunch of money who just wants cool ass fighting game shit to happen, and we're throwing it all away. And thankfully Prince Panther, I mean, you know, he's got pretty thick skin. He's not letting it shake him. He's determined and motivated to make it work. But God, if it was somebody weaker, we'd be fucked. We'd be fucked. And it doesn't.
yeah, because, like, there's not too much going on other than Prince Panther tournaments at the moment. And it's not like he just started doing it. He's been doing it for a minute now. And it's just like, if you really sit and think about it, what else would we be doing right now? Like, would we have anything big going on? I don't think so.
Yeah, we'd have nothing. We'd have nothing. We'd all be, you know, if he wasn't here, like literally every MK stream would just be fucking Combat League. Like that's it. We would just have Combat League streams all day, every day. There would be nothing cool or interesting to look at, and you know, it's so frustrating to me. Like I'm literally gonna lose my shit just thinking about it because this community doesn't deserve what it has, and we should be cherishing this opportunity. We should be trying to make these events as big and bad as possible. And I did talk to Prince Panther, and dude, Aquaman and Destroyer weren't paid for commentary. So you think about it, Aquaman and Destroyer didn't stream that day. They spent many, like, what was it, like 5 or 6 hours each day to do commentary to make this event exciting and hype, because you know they have experience with big tournament, you know, events, and so they went out of their way and they did a thing for the community, probably to the detriment to themselves. How many subs could Aquaman have gotten that day if he wasn't doing commentary for Prince Panther? You know,
Yep.
and so we fucked that up. Like we're fucking that up. These guys are doing what they can to make the world a better place for Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat players. And we've got people DDoSing it, and
Yeah, essentially just throwing it out the window.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know. There's not really much else to say. Is somebody follow botting me? I'm hearing the alert. Are you guys hearing the alert? Did you hear the alerts? Creative.
I'm just like got it pulled up on my phone, but it's muted. But I can see the notification popping up.
Well, it looks like I just got a couple of follows. They just happened right away. But I mean, you know, that sort of shit has been going on. People follow botting, people view botting other streamers and fucking with them. I've had problems with that, and those are very much known within the community. My problems in dealing with that, but it's like, you know, it is what it is. Let's kind of shift gears. Still on Prince Panther's tournament. Let's talk about, you know, the actual tournament. What did you think about the actual tournament?
Well, I didn't actually end up catching the entire thing. I got like the first few games, took a nap, and then it was top 8.
Oh, right on. I watched almost all of it to the very end, and there were some very, very hype and exciting matches. There were some really, really eye-opening performances, and there were quite a few letdowns. And I think the letdowns kind of overshadowed some of the action that was like really, really good. And I'm kind of disappointed with some of the performances, how they went. First being Sonic Fox. Sonic Fox's performance in that tournament was kind of a shame.
Yeah, I did see that.
I don't know if it was the online connection. I don't know. I'd heard that Sonic didn't have a lot of sleep because they have
Oh
insomnia.
yeah, he did say that. He said that the previous night he'd only gotten 2 hours of sleep and didn't even want to participate in the tournament in the first place.
Yeah, so I mean, and again, if you've got, bad insomnia problems, I can understand that. I mean, that's a legit medical issue and,
Yeah,
something you can't do anything about, but that was not the Sonic Fox. I think everybody realizes that Sonic Fox versus Koizi didn't happen. That was not the Sonic Fox we know. That's
yeah.
not what Sonic is capable of.
I like it though because Sonic Fox and Koizi had actually ran a set and uploaded it to YouTube like after the tournament, so in that way people could actually see a match.
Right, right. And it's cool that they did that because I think both of them
Yeah,
knew they let the viewers down. Koizi,
yeah.
is looking to
They
make
had
a
both.
name.
Yeah, they had both expressed themselves on social media about the whole situation, and then that's when they had kind of came to a decision to just run a set and then upload it later,
And
so in
that's
that way people could see what they missed.
that's really cool because I know a lot of people tuned in specifically to see if that match could happen. The top
Yeah,
online warrior on Xbox versus the offline tournament champion. I
yeah,
was hyped
everybody
for that
wanted to see
match.
it.
I was hyped. I wanted to see if Koizi could live up to the hype against an actual killer. And I wanted to see if Sonic Fox could hold his own against, an online warrior. Let's see if
Yeah,
Koizi's legit. And unfortunately, yeah, they ran a set afterwards, but that doesn't have the pressure of the tournament. And you could tell,
yeah, it just feels different.
yeah, Koizi was probably sweating bullets. Sonic Fox was probably half awake. And so the pressure was on Koizi to perform, but
On
it,
Sonic Fox.
yeah,
Yeah,
as a player, if I were Koizi, I would have been disappointed with that matchup. Not because, Koizi played bad or anything, but just because
yeah,
you've got to believe that Koizi wants that head, He's head
yeah,
hunting. He wants to prove to the world, hey, I'm not just some Xbox Live jackass. Like I can hang, and that was the opportunity to prove they could hang, and it was just there was nothing. You proved nothing. So I was disappointed in that. I don't know. I don't think that Sonic Fox did that shit on purpose. Um, I
no,
I think it was just bad circumstances, but it still sucks as a viewer because that when that match, if you were looking in the chat, that was the hypest lead into a match of the day. Like people were losing their shit. Like, oh my god, this is happening. We thought this would
yep,
be grand finals, but this is happening now. And
yeah,
it sucks, but it is what it is. Hopefully, offlines come back. Hopefully, Koizi gets sponsored by somebody, and we can see these two throw down in real
yeah.
life, IRL. Um, what other
Oh, yeah.
notable? What other notable
I think
things?
I think for me, my personal highlight of that tournament, actually two highlights, were probably the first set between Averk and Ninja Killa, and then Honeybee and Bio. Honeybee and Bio was so exciting. Like when it comes down to a tournament, I'm always excited to see those two fight.
Well, and plus, it's one of those matches that could go either way, because
Yeah,
it's
like
so
I didn't know who
close.
would win that.
Even if
Yeah,
one was ranked higher than the other, like say Bio was the Evo champ going in, and Honeybee had been losing going 0 and 2 in every tournament. When you're that close, when you're family and you train with each other every day and you know each other, it
yeah.
doesn't matter who's higher ranked or who's doing better in
You
tournaments.
know the other player.
Yeah, it's coming down to the wire no matter what. And that literally came down to an anti-air call out. And I thought that was such a
Yeah,
cool because it was literally a coin flip, Honeybee
literally.
Honeybee jumped in, said this motherfucker's going to anti-air, I'm teleporting. And Bio was like, I'm holding this. I'm holding this block. You're dead. There's the teleport. I got you.
I can't believe that's what it came down to. Also, like I was just cracking up, and then you just see the whole chat. Why would you teleport?
I mean, that's those unga bunga reads because the thing is, if Biohazard hadn't blocked it and went to anti-air and lost, everybody would have
Because of
said,
the
"Why didn't
teleport.
you block? You're fighting noob."
Yeah.
You know, everybody would have been like, dude, you're fighting Noob Saibot. Why would you try to anti-air? He's got to teleport. I get that. Like, I remember when I fought on Prince Panther's stream and this guy kept anti-air. He anti-aired me the whole fucking match. And then finally, I was down to my last hit and I fucking dive kicked and I lost. And everybody shat on me in the chat like, oh, why the fuck would you dive kick? You're a fucking idiot and a noob. And
Like,
it's
well,
like,
the one time.
the one time I actually dive kicked, I had been eating anti-air jabs the whole fucking match. The one time I said, all right, man, I'm going to take the risk and dive kick is the one time that cost me the
Yeah.
match. You could talk all the fucking shit you want when you're sitting there in the stream, but until you're in the actual match, you don't fucking, your opinion doesn't matter. I don't care who the fuck you are. Until you're in the match making those decisions, you have no room to talk. No room to talk.
Yeah.
And sometimes the matches just come down to those 50-50 reads, those 50-50
Yep.
decisions. There's no way, Biohazard reacted to the teleport. He made the read because
Yeah. No.
Honeybee teleported pretty fucking late in that jump.
Yeah, he teleported really late.
So it's not like he saw the jump coming and then saw the teleport and said, I'm holding this block. He saw the jump coming, made a split-second decision to stick out a button and said, nope, holding that D, baby.
Yeah, because Honeybee literally did the teleport like right at the same timing that he could have done a jump 3. So
Yeah.
it really was a 50-50 on that.
But that's what happens when you're fighting your brother, like you make those kind of crazy ass reads. You make those kind of split second decisions that you just kind of live with. But because you've played with them a million times, you kind of know what they're going to do. And
Yeah.
I mean, Honeybee had been getting away with a lot of Unga Bunga teleports the whole tournament.
See, I can't tell if he like has like some crazy crackhead reactions or if he was just teleporting.
I think
I really can't tell.
I think the Unga Bunga teleport, because I cannot do Unga Bunga teleports at all. Whenever I do them, I get fucked up. Like, I try to raw nomad, I try to do just raw dive kick, and I just get fucked up for them. And I don't know how. I think it's just at that level. It's like that meme of the galaxy brain. It's like, at Scrub Lord level, Unga Bunga teleport. At intermediate level, never teleport. At advanced level, sometimes teleport, and then Galaxy Brain always be teleporting.
Yeah, and it'll work.
So, I mean, I have to agree that was one of the hypest matches. I think almost every one of Averk's matches, except for the finals, was super fucking hype. It was just cool to
that
see
first
a Scorpion.
set, though, can we just... We saw Ninja Kill get shimmied hard, too.
Yeah,
it was
we did.
so... Oh, man. Like, my man literally dashed in, dashed out, back 1-4, and then it confirmed it for... I'm pretty sure it took a game, too. But that was just so crazy. Because I'm pretty sure... Like, didn't Ninja Kill a whiff a down, too? Like...
Yeah.
He shimmied him so hard that he made him whiff it down, too.
And
like, not many people can say that they did that to Ninja Killer.
And that's all neutral ability. So Scorpion is well documented and well known as having no dirt. Like, there's nothing cheap about that character. Like, if you get opened up by Scorpion, you weren't blocking when he hit you. Like, his mix-ups are reactable. All of his gimmicks are easy to deal with.
Oh no, that back 3 is annoying now.
Oh, the back 3 hit confirm. But even then, like, if you get hit, that's a 13 frame mid that has shitty range. If you get hit by it, you weren't blocking.
Oh no, I mean back 3, the overhead.
Oh, it's still seeable though. I think people are getting hit with it because it's online. You're not hitting that shit offline.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Like,
I don't know.
it's what, 22 online, frames?
No, it got sped up now.
Well, it was like 26 frames before. I think it's like.
Oh yeah, no, they sped it up by a lot.
It's still seeable though, and I don't know that people are going to be landing that thing offline like they have been online. I think it's like Sub-Zero's forward 2. At the higher levels, people are going to block it. Like, I've blocked Sub-Zero's overhead on reaction in tournament before. It's possible. Not online, But in
Then too,
actual
like
tournament,
most, yeah, and like most like really good sub players aren't just trying to do mix ups. Like for the most part, they're just going to condition you the whole time with back three, and then at most they'll throw out two forward twos the whole like the entire set because they're not like they're just trying to keep you conditioned.
yeah, and even then, it's still seeable. It's still reactable. I fought a Sub-Zero in tournament, and he did one forward two the whole set. The whole set he did one forward two, and that was the one I punished. I blew that shit up, and I looked at him and I was like, "Nope, not happening. Don't try it." And he was shocked because I guess nobody had been blocking that the whole tournament, and like he didn't go for many, but he had hit. He everyone he went for, he hit the whole tournament. And when he came against me, I was like, "No, not today, buddy. That's 19 frames. I see that shit. I see that shit." And I can't wait for offline tournaments to come back. I want to see all the Nightwolves and Sindels get fucking blocked. Because that shit, 25 frames, get the fuck out of here. You're not hitting that shit offline. You're not. I will see that shit. Okay, I will see that shit, and you will not catch me with that. I can block Sub-Zero. I can block Nightwolf. I can block Sindel. Work on your nooch. The mix ain't working. But, till offline comes back, I just gotta hold that. I gotta hold that I got mixed.
Nihilus overhead is annoying because it's always like I know I blocked it.
You can fuzzy it on reaction. It's very easy to fuzzy.
Yeah, no, Nihilus overhead is definitely reactable though.
It's
Just annoying
25
when you
frames.
condition
Same thing
it.
as
Yeah,
Sindel's, I believe. It's 25
yeah. I don't
frames.
know what the frame data is on her back to Sindel.
Or the forward two, you mean?
No, her forward two and her back two, because the overhead, and then she has the low starter.
The back two is unseeable, but the forward two is seeable. Back two, I think, starts up in, I want to say like 13 or 14 frames, something like that.
Yeah, it's
Um,
definitely like less than the overhead.
It's unseeable, but it's double digits, I believe. It's not like an 8 framer or a
Yeah,
9
it's
framer.
definitely double digits.
But like, so I mean, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna fuzzy, you're gonna hold the low block, and then when you see the startup for the overhead, you just let go of down. It's not hard to fuzzy it. Same thing with Nightwolf. You sit there and you block down threes, and when you see him reeling back for the overhead, you let go of down. I think the one that's probably harder to react to is Baraka's, just because the animation comes from a range that you wouldn't be expecting an overhead, even though it's slower. But all the other mixes are kind of, it's a little suspect, man. You take away the net code, and you catch me outside, and we blocking. But that's just the nature of it. What were we? We went on a huge ass tangent. We're talking about fucking Averk and Scorpion. Jesus fuck.
Yeah, I'm not mad.
No, sorry, it's all good. I mean, Averk put in a fucking godlike performance, and I think Averk definitely put that character on the map. I believe every Combat League scrub was, chanting their dragon tattoos on the dragon logo tattoo that they have on their chest was glowing with power, and they started chanting the ancient hymns of long ago in support of their mighty hero. And I think it's great that he did really, really good with Reborn and not Searing Rage, to kind of show everybody, like, dude, like, Searing Rage is scrub status. Like, if you play Searing Rage, it's
Oh
probably not
yeah,
good. And he
and then
exposed
also
it.
we saw AJ using what was it, Burning Spectre.
I think
That
Burning
one was.
Spectre's not as good as Reborn, but I think it's better than Searing.
Oh no,
Searing
it's
Rage is
definitely not.
scrap. Yeah, and AJ, man, he put it down. God,
Yeah,
the neutral.
I didn't even know AJ was in the tournament until I had seen him fight. Who was it, Cloisy, I think.
And he
Like he
wrecked
did,
him.
he did. Yeah, like AJ is definitely one of the more slept on players, but he's really fucking good.
And the thing that got me about AJ was his neutral and his spacing. It looked, I mean, obviously, he's pretty close to Averk, right? They're
Yeah.
brothers. So obviously he learned about Nooch and spacing from with his brother. Um, and here's the mix-up character. The character is designed to just mix you up with seeable and reactable mix, but online, it's not seeable or reactable. And he still got most of his openings in the neutral. Most of his hits he landed off back one or forward three.
Yeah, it's like he wasn't even trying to rely on mix-ups. If anything, he would just use the cancel or just use the mid hilt and just stay safe.
Yeah, that's all I saw was going into Misery Blade and then canceling and blocking. And it's just like, this guy knows how to fucking play. There's a reason why this guy is here. He is not an online scrub lord.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
You hardly ever saw the overhead or the low unless it was hit confirmed.
Yeah.
But
So
even still, I still think Reborn is the stronger variation, and Aver showed that with the one hit confirmed to keep safe. Forward three,
man,
teleport. I've been laughing it.
I love seeing it when he gets the back two hit confirms.
Oh my god, that's hype too, because you're looking for even if he doesn't do it, you're still looking for the overhead, so you still hold the block.
Yep.
So when he teleport cancels, he's a mile away, but he dashes right back in because he knows you're looking for the overhead. And that's smart play. It's not even about should I mix him up with the overhead or the low, because he knows that the overhead and the low are seeable. He knows that you can react to it, so he's just taking advantage of the fact that you're fishing for the punish, and he's going to use it to win neutral and get back into or forward three versus grab range.
Yeah, dude's cracked.
That's the mix-up, is forward three or grab. And it's like when you teleport cancel, you're a million miles away. You can't forward three or grab. But if you do it off of a back two and they're looking for the overhead, they're going to hold that stand and block. And now you've mixed them back into it. It's almost set play. Set play. Averk really.
It's just like it's just fundamentally speaking, he is so fucking good as a player.
Stat Nooch. I keep telling you guys, man, quit going for mix. Not talking to you, but I'm talking to the viewers and the listeners at home.
Yeah.
Quit going for the mix, man. Work on the nooch. Once you have that nooch down, no one can touch you. You'll never get opened up, and you will find hits left and right. You don't have to mix to get hits. You will find them. They will be given to you, and it feels so much more satisfying when you get that whiff punish because they were pushing buttons and you knew they were gonna.
Or especially better. In this game, a lot of people kill themselves and just do some unsafe shit and try to open you up.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta block, and then they'll just do it to themselves.
Unless you're fighting Jackie, then sometimes you just gotta block and still lose anyways.
Yeah, that's true. You can play as smart as you possibly can, but you'll still lose, trust me.
Which I'm surprised, and I think that's the thing is offline, Slayer probably would have went further than he did because Jackie's a better character offline than online. Jackie's dirt isn't that bad online compared to offline. You can kind of mix her and space her out and do online gimmicks that can stop Jackie. Offline, where you can react to the gimmicks, you're not going to gimmick Slayer out, which means Slayer can do Jackie things, which means you're kind of fucked. I was surprised Slayer didn't go. I mean, he went top 8. Okay, so it's not like he didn't go far. But I'm surprised Slayer didn't go further because I think Slayer was one of the only upgraded players that was putting in work in the tournament. Everybody was playing weird shit, man. Fucking Kanos and, I thought it was cool that we saw some of those other kind of characters, but if this was an offline tournament, I think we would have seen 7 Jackies in top 8 again.
Yeah, Biohazard with all those overheads.
Yeah, the fucking Kano overhead. You're not hitting that shit. Get the fuck out of here. That shit's getting jabbed offline. If you think that shit's not getting jabbed, ask fucking who is it? Mustard that plays him in tournament. Ask Mustard how many times he gets down one.
Like it was just so hilarious to see Biohazard just like jump one overhead, jump one overhead, jump one overhead, and it worked like every time.
Well, because he knew online there's going to be frame loss. I can do it. I'm going to win this $10,000. But you ask any Kano player that plays offline, they're like, yeah, you're never hitting that fucking thing. You're getting down one into full combo every fucking time.
Yeah.
Because I think every character can convert down one into full combo off that thing on reaction. I don't know of anybody that can't. Maybe not for 30%, but I'm pretty sure everybody can down one it on reaction. Just like scorpions. I think you just stand one as soon as you see the fire, stand one, and then convert for full combo. There are certain moves you never do. Never do. And people ask me all the time. They're like, you're Kung Lao. Why have you not teleported in the past 3 hours? And I'm like, because I don't play online scrub style. I play to practice for offline tournament. I play with that in mind. And I know offline, I'm getting jabbed for full fucking punish every fucking time I go for that stupid fucking thing. Like, why would I build that habit even though I'm online? I don't want to win. I want to get good. I don't give a shit if someone beats me in a 1st to 5 online. I don't give a shit if I get Elder God in online. I give a shit that if I go to my locals, I win $300 or I spent $50 and came home with nothing. That's what I care about. But,
Yeah.
We live in an online world right now, and so people are kind of YOLOing overheads. And I'm seeing a lot, especially because today is Xbox Live Community Day, man. The Xbox Live community is notorious for short hop overhead. I'll see people go for like 3 in a row, and I'm like, dude, that shit's seeable and interruptible with down one. Yeah, it's like that's down one jabbable for full combo punish on reaction, and even if I don't jab it, they're all universally -10, I believe, right? Like I'm gonna fucking just, if I want to, just block it and full punish for a jab combo. Like, you're gonna die. Like, don't make that a habit. I get it. You want to win in Combat League, but on the Xbox side, I see that shit a lot. I see short hop overheads. And again, short hop overhead is really good for closing out a round. When you haven't done it all round and they're at a sliplet of health, then yeah, short hop overhead, because they're not going to see it coming. But like when you go for fucking 4 or 5 short hop overheads in a row, you do Aaron Black back 2-2 slide, and you're like, come on, guys, come on. That shit's not hard to react to. I don't even need coffee to catch that shit offline. You're just going to get yourself killed. And, this tournament with Prince Panther, you saw all that shit. I don't blame everybody. I don't blame those guys. Not in one bit. $10,000 on the line? Yeah, you better fucking believe I'm a short hop overhead. You ain't catching that. You ain't catching that in fucking playing between Canada and fucking Texas or whatever.
My favorite is the double short hop overhead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love those.
Short hop overhead, short hop grab, short hop command grab. Just short hop. Oh, my favorite is short hop and then just duck, so in that way when they down 2, I can down 2 the down 2.
Yeah. Oh, man. Those are great. My favorite is the short hop, down 3, short hop, low starter. So like you see that with like Sub-Zeros, right? They'll sit there and short hop, down 3, short hop, and then back 3. And you're just like, what the fuck? And it's like, dude, you're not hitting that shit offline. You're not. No fucking way. Like, as soon as your feet leave the ground, I'm pushing down 1, and I'm going to take you on a ride.
Oh, my first instinct will usually be like, oh, my favorite one, short hop, and then low starter.
Yeah. Oh, that shit
it works.
It cracks me up because, like, it does work, in Combat League. It does work in online sets, like, in online tournaments. I'm surprised we didn't see more of that. I'm surprised we didn't see more Aaron Blacks and Sub-Zeros in that tournament, considering how big of a prize pot was at stake. I mean, $2,000 for first place is nothing. Is not nothing. Like, that's a lot of people's, it's a lot of people's monthly income. So
yeah,
$2,000 for a tournament, and I can pick Aaron Black and do back 2 slide, back 2-2 slide, back 2-2-2 slide. The temptation would be there. If I were in that tournament, I'd be tempted to run Sub-Zero and just do back 3-4-2 all day, because they're not reading it. They're not reading it. I mean, you could just go to Vegas and play roulette, or you could play Sub-Zero and back 3 and forward 2 all day.
Yeah, you don't even need to spend the gas money.
Right? Oh, another thing, transitioning a little bit, but going back on our topic, I did want to touch on Grand Finals. Did you catch Grand Finals?
Yeah.
That's kind of everybody's response to grand finals, and that's I don't think there was collusion. Averick's not that kind of
Yeah.
guy. I think Averick knows he didn't stand a chance and kind of wanted to end it quickly, which
Yeah.
really, really sucks.
It's not only that though, but he's like kind of uncomfortable playing Ninja Killer while he's using Scorpion because he knows that Ninja Killer knows that matchup inside and out.
He's Ninja Killer. Like,
Yeah, so it's like he's forced to play uncomfortable matchups because he knows that his main won't work. So it's just
yeah,
you
but
can definitely tell like he kind of just gave up towards the end of that set.
I knew he gave up when he picked when he was dumb enough to pick Liu Kang against Ninja Killer. I was like, yeah, he's not even trying. You're a
Yeah,
fucking
when
idiot.
I saw him pick Lou, I was just like you can't pick Ninja Killer's main against him. Like
Like, you're
it's not how it
literally
works.
against the God Killer. You're against the greatest,
Yeah,
one of the greatest players in the world, and you're gonna pick his character against him. Come on, dude. Like, we all knew you weren't trying at that point. You had given up. I mean, I get it. You're in there against Ninja Killer, but I remember watching the after, like, I guess the after party Prince Panther rated Hamoud, it was, and they kind of gave their analysis on the matches, and even Hamoud was like, come on, man. Like, I get it. You're in there with Ninja Killer. I get it. You're downloaded and you're going to lose, but at least try to fight it. And Averick was in the chat. He was talking. He's like, yeah, I know, but come on. It's Ninja Killer. I lost at
yeah,
the start. I just wanted to end it quickly. I shouldn't have done that, but we all knew how it was gonna turn out. It sucks, but it is what it is. I mean, you're in there against literally one of the best, and when he stomps you in the first fucking set or the first match of the set, you know what you're in for the rest of the day. And if you've got nothing in the tank, which Averick probably didn't have anything in the tank. He had gotten DDoS twice. He had fought through a bunch
yeah,
of sweaty matches. He probably had nothing in the tank. He said, shit, I'm at the end of my rope, and I'm in there against literally a dragon. I just want this to be over. I just want to rest. I just want to lay down. I've already won money. I'm good. I have nothing to prove. Let me just go home. Let me just go home.
yeah,
I can't fault him for it, but it still sucks. It still sucks. You know,
yeah,
and he's got nothing to be ashamed of. He probably had one of the best performances of the night. You know, there were a lot of people, like Dragon got eliminated quickly. Sonic got
yeah,
eliminated quickly. You know, there's a lot of killers that didn't go the distance. And every match Averick had was probably one of the hypest matches of the night. Like, you can't say that
yeah,
what was the hypest match of the night, because you could say, well, Averick had 3 or 4 matches on stream. Those were some of the hypest matches of the night. And so I would feel okay with my performance if I were Averick. I would
yeah.
feel
No, I would have been
good
real
about
happy.
that. And him and I believe Neutral is key. Neutral is key and Averick are to me the two MVPs of the tournament, because fuck if anybody thought Neutral is key was going to do what he did. Nobody saw that man coming out of the gates and performing the way he did. I mean, everybody knew they were good. Everybody expected them to do well, but goddamn, pal. Goddamn, Neutral truly was the key.
Yeah,
Like, them beating, I believe they beat Koizi, right? I think Neutral
yeah. And then
eliminated Koizi. And
was it Neutral or was it AJ?
AJ put Koizi in losers, and I think Neutral
Okay.
eliminated Koizi.
Yeah, yeah, because Neutral got put into losers by Verk.
And man, to win that matchup in the Cetrion mirror like he did, I was like, yo, that shit was lit. Because you don't expect to beat. That's like picking Liu Kang against Ninja Killer, right? Like, you're not gonna beat Koizi with Cetrion. If there's two players that I think you don't pick Cetrion against, it would be Koizi and Dragon. Like, you're just asking for trouble picking that character. And he
Well,
did
actually,
it.
not gonna lie, though, I wasn't really. I actually did expect neutral to win because he actually main Cetrion. Koizi doesn't.
Oh, I know Skoizi primarily played Sindel.
Yeah, yeah. Koizi main Sindel, so I don't know why he tried to mirror neutral, but I don't know. Maybe it was just like a comfort thing with the matchup.
Well, and also neutral plays variation 3, right? And
Yeah.
I I think that the variation 3 hate train is starting. That
Oh yeah,
character,
it's definitely annoying.
that character is fucking stupid. And the way that character dominates the neutral and is basically plus almost on any interaction. Anytime that character touches you, it's plus. Like, if they can make contact, they have the advantage. Variation 3 Sindel, it's weird because that character doesn't really zone and it doesn't really rush down or mix up. It just absolutely controls the neutral. Like you are not going to get a whiff punish on it, and it is going to whiff
Yeah.
punish you. And if you block, it can pressure you. That wind move, that buff to it, like all they did was add the armor break to it with the patch, right?
I think so.
And so it was always a stupid move, but nobody knew it until people started experimenting after the armor break buff. Do you know that move is fucking plus on block and it's 0 without spending a bar? So she does the tornado. She's 0 on block, and you're pushed away a million miles away to where if you do a forward dash, she's going to catch you with forward 1. Or not forward 1, 1 1. So basically, when she interacts, when she makes contact and she touches you, she cancels into tornado. If you do anything other than block or throw out a projectile, you're eating 1 1 into the face, and she's putting you back in that situation. And even if you jump, like say you're playing the neutral and you're saying she's controlling horizontal space with 1 1. So I'm going to jump. I'm going to stand in range. I'm going to bait the 1 1. I'm going to jump. And then I'm going to get the jump in punish. But 1 1 is her fucking anti air too. Like, this character is fucking stupid. The Cetrion Variation 3 is like the most neutral dominant character. There is nothing you can do, and it's fucking brain dead. It's just 1 1 into fucking tornado. Once you start neutral ducking and checking her with down 4s, she goes forward 2 3 into tornado. There's a flawless block gap. You can interrupt.
But she has an answer for everything.
Yeah, she can autopilot. She could do 4 2 3. Look for the flawless block. You bait the flawless block and grab you. She could just stagger back into 4 2 3 again. Like, she can sit there and just shimmy back into 1 1. Anytime she does anything into tornado, she either gets a restand with plus a billion, or you block it. She's at 0, putting you back in a horrible situation. I was doing a long set with a Variation 3 player last week or this week, and the only time I could get wins off was when I picked Noob Cybot, and I just basically played the backdash forward 2-2 game. That was the only time I could get any opening on that character. I could not, like, unless I got inside luckily and called out a lucky dive kick and did strike throw with Kung Lao, like, I was basically blocking the whole match. Kung Lao basically blocking the whole match. That's how stupid this character is. Like, neutral is key exposed that, and I think that the hate train is going to come around. I think that people are going to have a new villain. They're not going to stop hating Jackie, but they're going to add Variation 3 Cetrion to it, and I believe...
As far as it has happened already.
It's coming. It's coming because Variation 3 Cetrion is so much more brain dead than her other two. Like, she literally does not have to think. It's just do a button into tornado. Whiff, block, hit, doesn't matter. Do a button into tornado. Reset back to neutral. Walk backwards, walk forwards, doesn't matter. Do a button into tornado. You're safe. You're safe, and there's nothing they can do. And, like, she's so stupid. She's so stupid. She's absolutely. I think that she. And what's even crazier is Cetrion is a counter pick for Jackie.
Yeah, well,
So
Satrion's a big counter pick for everybody.
the character is so dumb, and I think Variation 3 is way dumber than Spring Cleaning or what is it? Fucking Natural Bitch. I don't know what her second one or her first variation is. Right? But like Variation 3 Sindel, or not Sindel, Cetrion is so stupid. And Neutral is Key showed the world how stupid that character can be. And this game needs a patch, man. This game needs a patch.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, watching Variation 3 Satrion, it seemed pretty autopilot.
It is autopilot. There's no thought. There's no nothing behind it. I don't blame people for using it. But like this game, at first I thought that this game didn't really need a big patch. I thought, like maybe tighten up Jackie a little bit. Fix her a little bit because she just raffle stomps like 80% of the cast. And I thought, Cetrion didn't really need nerfs. She's really strong in certain matchups, but that was back when everybody was playing Spring Cleaning. And I was like, you can deal with Spring Cleaning. She's not that hard. She's cheap,
Yeah.
but she doesn't control the entire match like Jackie does. So, like, I was fine with Spring Cleaning kind of staying where it was. I was like, she's good, but there's nothing wrong with a character being good. You can counter her. You can outplay her. And then I saw Variation 3, and I'm like, there's no outplaying this fucking thing. Like, there's none. Literally, Variation 3 Cetrion is upgraded Jackie without jumping. And without the damage. She doesn't have the damage, but it's all unbreakable. When she does get damage, you're not breaking. And she restands you, She gets a down 2 crushing blow. You break away. Tornado, meter burn, restand. She keeps her damage, and now you're in a fucking strike throw mix. That either leads to a grab or plus frames on Tornado again. Like, what the fuck? Autopilot. Just no thought process. And this game needs a patch because there's some stupid shit. And I am anti-patch. I've said this very, very many times. Like, I would rather the community kind of figure out ways to beat stuff. But at this point, like, if there was going to be a way to stop upgraded Jackie, someone would have found it now. The character has hardly changed since it was released. Since they released the third variations, they haven't changed a whole lot about upgraded Jackie. And she's still fucking stupid. And same thing with Variation 3 Cetrion. Like, these characters are pretty fucking stupid. They need to be dealt with. This game needs a patch. I think, and I was going to tweet, I don't know if I tweeted this out. I was going to tweet this. But I think NetherRealm needs to just put their hands in the air and admit that Breakaway was a mistake.
Yeah, well, let's be honest, it was.
Because everything they've done to try and make, and same thing with Fatal Blows, they need to just admit we fucked up. Fatal Blow, Breakaway was a mistake. Because everything that players have come up with to try and deal with it hasn't really worked. They literally added an entirely new mechanic to the game to deal with Breakaway, and it's still irrelevant. Like, the whole anti-Breakaway is pointless. It does nothing. It's fine for certain characters. Like, Kung Lao's anti-breakaway is fine. Cabal, basically, in the spins, you just don't break against the spins. But other than everybody else, like, what the fuck are you going to do with fucking Joker's anti-break? Like, how are... Sub-Zero's, when are you going to land that fucking thing? And Sub-Zero does most of his damage unbreakable anyways. So what's the fucking point? Characters that needed it, a character like Ascension Kodal or Matoka Warrior, characters that just get totally fucked. Their whole gimmick is based around having launchers. And they don't have launchers that they're hitting rather often. So when they do land it and you break away, it's like, well, now it's going to be another round before I can get that opportunity again. They'll probably have their leader back. And I think Breakaway was just a mistake. There's no read. I mean, NetherRealm has said time and time again that the whole point of breakaway was to make the read. Are they going to break away or are they not? But at this point, nobody uses it like that. They know what moves they can break away and punish. They know what they can do to break away and get a free combo, and they wait for that. And if you do that, they break away, they get full combo. If you don't, they keep their meter, and you didn't do an optimal combo. You left damage on the table.
Yep.
And so
Oh.
it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's like ponies that literally just said like nobody breaks away anymore.
Yeah, nobody breaks away. Nobody does it. Everybody just kind of wait, and then as soon as there's an opening, there's no read, there's no guessing. It's just wait for the opening. Breakaway was a mistake. It was absolutely a mistake. It didn't do what they wanted it to do, and I think that they need to. I don't think that they can remove it from the game, but I think that they need to make it as unappealing as an option that no one ever does it, and then that would basically remove it from the game. Like if they made breakaway just take away both of your defensive bars for the rest of the match, then no one would ever do it, and then basically we don't have breakaway.
Yeah, and it's like annoyingly enough, breakaway is one of those things. It's like it's a small thing, but then it's a small thing that causes big problems. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Because how many times have you lost a game because like you accidentally break away, or you're hitting somebody with the optimal and then they break away and then they punish you for doing an optimal?
Yeah. And that's Sonic Fox touched on it. He's like, dude, there are entire matches where they can't open me up. They get no hits until they break away. Like literally they cannot outplay me. And it's happened to me several times. I'll sit there, I'll be fighting a Jax. He will not open me up the whole time. I have them almost dead. I go for a kill combo. They break away. They get up. They punish me. Raw fatal blow. Now they're heated up. Grab crushing blow. Now I'm dead. And it's like, what the fuck? This guy is not good at all. And yet somehow, some way, with all of these bullshit mechanics, they were able to beat me.
When you get a momentum train from losing.
Yeah, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, what? If you're going to put this kind of stupid shit in the game, like, why are we even going to have competition?
Okay.
Like, go back to the 3D era where everything was just broken, and like, go back to MKX where everything was just coin flips and stupid shit. Like, why sit there and say, oh, this game is all about the neutral, where, the person with the better neutral is going to be punished for it? You're just punished for having better neutral, and in a game where they want you to have better neutral, it doesn't make sense to me. And looking at like Fatal Blow, like Fatal Blow is the same shit. It's the same shit. If you're fighting Cabal or Frost or Aaron Black, once they get Fatal Blow, the match is over. Like, the match is literally over, and you're just sitting there crouch ducking until they spend it, and then you can play again. I get they want to make the match exciting and intense no matter what. Like, they don't want, oh, this guy's getting washed. We want to keep it looking, like a close competitive match. But it's boring. It's really boring. Like, no one wants to play that. No one wants to watch that. It's fucking Searing Rage Scorpion. But, like, you have a cool matchup. Everything is interesting, and you have this neutral and all of this fun going on, and then all of a sudden, Aaron Black has Fatal Blow, and now it's Searing Rage Scorpion. Like, nobody finds that interesting or entertaining. Like, I'm just going to sit full screen and neutral duck until you do something stupid, and then I'll go back to playing the game. And that's what Fatal Blow does, and I feel like NetherRealm needs to just look at these two mechanics, Fatal Blow, Breakaway, and just admit mistakes were made, wash their hands, and move along.
Yep. But it can never be that easy.
Right? And I don't even know what they can do about, about Fatal Blow. Like, short of just removing.
Go
Short
buy a hot and ready.
Short of somebody just donated. Thank you, Casual Tay, for the donation. But short of like removing armor from fatal blows, there's nothing they can do. They're just there, and
Yeah.
they ruin the game. They really do. They ruin the experience. And honestly, let's be real. We're sick of seeing them.
Yeah.
They're long and they were cool the first week, and now we're sick of seeing them. So let's, I don't like, just maybe remove the armor on Fatal Blow, or some people were saying make Fatal Blow cost all your resources. It costs your offensive and your defensive, and it just grays them out, and you have to wait for a meter if you whiff Fatal Blow. I just think that they should make Fatal Blow a one-time thing. Like, instead of having a cooldown, if you use it, it's gone. That's it. There's no waiting for it to come back. I know that would kind of ruin certain characters. Johnny Cage and Joker would be ruined, because now Joker loses a crushing blow as well if he burns his Fatal Blow. But, I mean, they could make that a character-specific thing, like that it won't put it on cooldown if they dash cancel it specifically. But I think if they made it a one-time thing, it would be less of an issue.
I feel like for Fatal Blow, it was like if you whiff it or if you do it on block, you shouldn't be able to just sit and wait for it to come back the same round.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
A lot of people just have that option to just like, oh, I whiffed it or did it on block, so I'll just back up. And in some matchups, if they have the ability to just zone you out, like if health is close enough, they'll just do that and then come back in when their Fatal Blow comes back.
Yeah. You see that a lot with Frost. You see that with Cabals. Like, honestly, I think they should just make it to where Fatal Blow is just a flashy combo ender if you have it. Like, instead of it being a comeback mechanic, make it a combo ender that you can do once per match that looks cool. And then people actually have to earn the ability to do it by winning in the neutral. But, it's one of those things, I mean, we could go on and on about the problems with this game, but at the end of the day, like, these aren't new problems. They've been there since launch. People have complained about jump threes. They've complained about wake-ups. They've complained about breakaway. They've complained about Fatal Blow. And NetherRealm, they got to patch the game. Make this patch come with the skins. I know you want those skins. I know you're hurting for skins, and that would be the time. That would be the time to do it. But it looks like we are right. They're coming. We know they're coming. I don't know when they're coming. Hopefully they come before Combat Pack 3. I don't know that would be a good look, because there's 3 skin packs still to come, and the rumor is that Combat Pack 3 is in a month, the end of next month, right? August is when they're gonna announce Combat Pack 3. Like, can we get the skins before then?
I know, that would be nice. I want my collector skins.
Right? So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do a Combat Pack 3. I hope that we get a patch before then, and I hope it addresses some of the issues, because I'm with a lot of the other players in the community that this game is right there. It's right there. This could be the best fighting game on the market, hands down. Everything that it needs is already in there. They just got to get rid of the stupid shit, and this could be the best skill-based fighting game in the world. But we got to get rid of the scrub stuff. But anyways, we're at about an hour and 15 minutes, so let's wrap it up. Any closing thoughts for you?
Just once again, I want my fucking skins.
You want your fucking skins and collector buffs,
Yes.
right? I don't really care about the skins. I have the skin I like. I've used it since I've gotten it at the release of the game. I just I want to have it happen in the game where if I spend 2 bars to be safe, that I actually am safe. I want the Kung Lao whiffing issues to be fixed. I don't want nerfs for my character. I don't want buffs. I just want him to work like advertised. That's it. That's all I've ever asked for. Keep him unsafe. Keep him unsafe. Keep him expensive and meter hungry. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But let me at least use the moves the way they're designed and let them work the way it says on paper. If I do this, I'm at -4. I lose 2 bars, but I'm at -4. I can block.
Good enough.
Right? All right. So with that, we're going to call it for this edition of the Kombat Pack. I want to thank Creative for stopping by. Unfortunately, Saki couldn't make it today. But we keep the seat warm for her for next week, and hopefully we see the rest of you guys next week.
Yep. Catch everyone later.
Make sure you follow Creative on Twitch and Twitter and YouTube. He puts out some interesting collector tech. And he does stream, and his stream is a lot of fun, in my opinion. I hang out there all the time. And, of course, if you're listening to this on YouTube, I also have a Twitch and a Twitter and a YouTube. Everything is just SoCal Honey Badger. You type it in as one word, no spaces, you'll find it. And I'll put links in the description. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, fucking donate, fucking all of that. Patreon, do all that stuff. I don't know where you're listening to this, but wherever you are listening to it, do all the things that give me motivation to keep doing them, all right?
What he said.
Right. And we will catch you guys later.
Later.